this video, I'm going to be showing you how to take down your knotless braids, how to loosen your braids without losing your hair. It's very important because most of the times we wear braids for a long time and we retain length in that period. But when we take down the braids, we find out that we lose more hair. And most of the times it's your takedown process. In fact, your takedown process is as important as the installation process of your hair. The parts that you must be very careful about are your front hair, your edges, and your nape, the back of your hair. Because depending on the size of your braids and depending on your practices when you wore those braids in, sometimes your edges, the hair around your edges will be knotted, will be filled with debris, and so the roots become very hard. And if you don't know how to take it down to detangle the hair, you find out that you lose a lot of hair. And if you go to a salon, they might not be as patient enough to sit down and carefully detangle the severely matted area. So this video is important for you. Even if you want to go to a salon to take down your hair, ensure that you take down the front part of your hair and the nape, and then you can go to the salon. Because if you think that okay, you don't have the time to take down the front part of your hair, imagine how long it will take you to regrow your edges and your nape. So choose one.
Subscribe now.
So today is the day. I'm taking down these 6 weeks old knotless braids. If you are seeing my face for the first time, hello, my name is Ochama. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome and thank you for always watching my videos. Before I start out properly, I'll be showing you the list of tools that I'll be using. Just simple tools. So I have my pair of scissors to cut off the longer parts. Then I have this broken picker. It's wooden actually. I have it. You can use a tail comb, a rat tail comb if you don't have this. I have raw palm kernel oil. Then I have a detangling conditioner. You can either use a rinse out conditioner or a leave-in conditioner to replace this. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to prep my hair, and just watch to the end of this video. If you've not subscribed yet, this is the best time to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe to my channel, you might not see me again. So let's just go to what we have for today's video. First things first, we are going to cut the braids. I don't want to suffer myself. Some people would prefer to loosen everything up depending on the length of their braids and depending on how much time they have. My braids are just 27 in number because they're actually bold and my hair is very thick. My own that braided my hair, she didn't want to suffer me. She didn't want me to suffer. So you just say, okay, let me make it big. And trust me, these braids were heavy. My neck suffered. So I believe that 27 is actually okay, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to take that one braid, because it's actually very tight. The braids are actually very tight. So first of all, we're going to be cutting off the tail. My hair is quite long, so let me just start from here. I don't know how sharp my scissors is. I'll give it a try. Oh, it's very hard. I have a sack where I'll be throwing everything inside because I don't want to litter the whole place. So I'll be trying this aside here. I didn't expect the back of my hair to be this long. I almost cut off my hair. You can see my hair. So I'll just cut off this tail only because my back hair is almost this length. Wow. One good way to know where your hair stops, if you're natural hair, you see the hair coming out by the sides. So that's one way to know where your hair stops. If you are not sure, just trim out a little before it ends in tears. Now step 1 is done. We've already cut the braids. Step 2, I always call step 2 marinading the braids. Marinading the roots, because the root is the most important part after cutting the braid. For this, I'm going to be using the palm kernel oil and the detangling conditioner. I'm going to apply it on my roots and then allow it to sit as I take down the braids. Depending on how much your roots are matted, you need to know the quantity of palm kernel oil you are going to pour. This palm kernel oil is going to break down the debris on your roots. As you apply it on your roots and you are taking down your braids, you get enough time. You should allow it enough time to do this work on your roots. So I'm going to apply this very well. Make sure that it's soaked on your scalp, especially where your hair is. So soak it in and squeeze it in. Squeeze it inside like this. And be generous with your oil. See? Squeeze it inside. Squeeze it in. I was very conscious of this braid, so I washed off my edge control starting from here whenever I wore edge controls. So I was very conscious, because if you don't wash off your edge controls or your gels properly, they'll build up and they'll all stay here. Or if you wash your face, the soap, the lather, they'll all go upwards, and if you don't rinse them off well, they'll form debris. Very hard debris can be very difficult to remove. But if you notice that yours is as hard as a rock, just use palm kernel oil or coconut oil. But palm kernel oil breaks it down faster and easier. Then you apply some of your conditioner. Apply it there. Allow it to marinate. Allow it to sit. Then work it inside. Work it inside. Soak it inside like this. Then soak it. Now I'm going to the next one. Although I applied excess, so I'm going to be putting the other one. So for the front part of my hair, I just have 1, 2, 3, 4. And look at here. Look at how hair is as hard as a rock. Yeah, so but I'll start from here first, and then I'll go to the other parts of the hair. Step 3, as the roots are marinating, you apply little oil on your palms before you handle your hair. Remember, because your hair is old, because your braids are old, some of your hair begins to come out by the side, so you don't want to cause more friction. You want your hands to be oily, lubricated, so that it will glide through the strands, else you find out that you have more split ends at the end of the day. So my hands are lubricated, and I'll just go to take it down. The roots are marinating, so by the time I get to the roots, I'll show you how I'm going to carefully detangle that area, because it's the most important part of this whole video. This is how important marinating your braids are. The extensions are already slippery. They are so easy to remove compared to when there is no lubricant on it, and it's so easy. It's so easy. Sometimes you may get to a point where the matted hair is still very strong. Can you see how easy the hair is? The tangling is so easy. It's so easy because of the palm kernel oil and the detangling conditioner that we added to the roots before we started to take down the extensions. Now, this is why you need to pay close attention to your nape or back hair. You can see this part. I've already started to detangle it. I applied the palm kernel oil and marinated it with the palm kernel oil and the detangling conditioner. However, it's still very hard. Can you see? It's very hard. Now take a look at this other part. It's so matted. It's very matted. So if you are not patient, if you don't know how to detangle this matted hair and you go to a salon or you are so impatient, you are going to lose the nape, the back of hair, because look at where the matting started from, just at the very weakest spot, where if you are not careful you can even go as far as losing this whole section of hair. So although we have marinated it before, we got to do it again. So I'm going to be using these clamps. Where are they? You'll be needing clamps, butterfly clamps, but if you don't have this, you can just twist your hair or tie it with a thread or anything. So I'm going to be taking it one after the other. So you watch the technique, how I'm going to be going about detangling this. So I'm going again with this palm kernel oil. I'm going to soak it again. Soaking it again. The detangling conditioner, this time it is in a bigger proportion, and I'll be applying it to the roots, and I'm soaking it, I'm squeezing it inside very well inside. Make sure that it's well covered, and then you begin. Can you see it's already getting loose? So you go ahead with your picker and gently, little by little, you detangle it. You see this exercise, not everybody has the patience to do this. That's why if you go to a salon, they might request for more money, but most of the time they are just looking for the next client. So that's why I advise you to do this at home. Do your nape and your front or your edges, then you can now go to a salon for them to do the rest of your hair. But even the other parts of your hair, sometimes they might have this kind of hard matted debris, but it won't be as hard as this part. And one thing is that the longer you carry in your braids, the harder these matted things are. So you should be careful. Do not carry your braids for a long time unless you have the patience to detangle it properly. So watch closely. I'm going to be using my fingers to separate this gently. Can you see how? See, nothing. No broken hair. The only thing is the shed hair. So I'm going to be setting this aside with the others. And I'll repeat the same for these other sections. So I'm going to be squeezing it inside of the hair. Can you see that? I'm squeezing it inside, right inside, and it's already very slippery. It's well covered. So you get your picker or your right tail comb and gently separate the hair. If it is very hard, do not force it, just pick it gently. Separate the hair from the matted one gently. You'll be using your fingers a lot for this. Squeeze it inside and separate. You see why you need to do this at home? Because not all hairstylists will have this patience. They just want the next client. Not all of them have this patience. Even if you pay them a lot of money, they won't do it as best as you would, because only you understands your hair better than any stylist that you may go to. So can you see it's already separating, it's already detangling. So gently, if you notice, I'm not using any combs for this. I'm not using any combs because I'm trying to reduce over manipulation. So I'm just going ahead with only my fingers for finger detangling. My hand is already paining me. I've already finished detangling 3 parts. Now I've finished detangling these 3 sections. So I'm going to be putting it in a chunky twist so that I can differentiate it with the ones that I have not done. The only thing coming out is just shed hair. Just the shed hair, which is absolutely normal. But for breakage, there is no breakage at all. At the end of this video, I'll be showing you a collection of all the shed hair that I had for the past 6 weeks. So I'm done with this section and I'll be going to the other side. Alright, now I've finished the detangling and I put my hair in chunky twists so that it doesn't shrink and so that it doesn't begin to knot back. Oh my god, I've actually missed my hair out. I've forgotten how much hair that I used to have. Oh, that's quite long. I trimmed off some of the split ends. I'm so happy that in spite of all the stress my hair passed throughout these past 6 weeks, my hair is still healthy. It's bouncing. I lost no edges, I lost no hair. What I just lost was the shed hair, which is normal because we shed about 50 strands of hair per day. So 50 times how many weeks? That's the number of shed hair that you're supposed to gain. So you're not supposed to break any hair when you are taking down your braid, because if you break any hair, then there's something wrong with your method. To tell you why this method of taking down your braids is the best, let me show you. This is the shed hair of 6 weeks. My hair is quite long, so one of my shed hair is actually very long. This includes shed hair plus trimmed off ends because I got lots of splits from the hair that were going out from my braids. So this is it. This is just what I lost. No breakage, nothing. And this is a sackload of my dad will call this alodo in my language. When translated it means that. So this is like, it's actually very heavy. I don't even know why we go through all this stress. I don't know when I'm going to make another braids. I don't know, maybe next year. I don't really fancy extensions. I like going with my hair, with my natural hair, because you retain more length with your hair when your hair alone in protective styles. So I hope this video was valuable. I'm very sure that I learned 1 or 2 things from this video. If you did, I'd like to know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, like it, share it to your friends, your braiders, your hairstylists, so that they can learn how to detangle severely matted hair. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not done so. And I'm curious, for how long can you carry your braids for? I carried mine for 6 weeks. What about you? See you in my next video. Bye.